Yo, what up? What is up? What's up? What's good with y'all? What is good with y'all? Let me check my levels. Make sure my mic's right. I think we're on the right mic today. I think everything should be straight. Coming in this one. Bro, I ain't eat all day. I had breakfast. I low-key ain't eat all day. So, I'm a little bit hungry. What up, Panthers Rule? What up, LOLOK? Who just said LOL? I mean, that's sticking to your script. I feel you. Fantasy football tips and tricks. Ooh, what's good with you? What up, the King? What up, Jamin? Frankie? Braylon? Hey, what up? Oh, what is Ben's name? Wait, you're not even a Steelers fan. What's up, Ben? I'll just call you Ben. What up, Ben? What up, Rajveer? Alex, Sauce God? Squad Gang? Gang Squad, you know how that go. I'm already down here. Okay, cool. What's up, Liddy? What up, King Ty Mitchell? What's good with y'all? What up, Alex? Yo, I know y'all ready for this game, right? See, I thought, I knew you're a Packers fan, but I forgot your gamer tag. I know what it is now, but I forgot what your gamer tag used to be. Look, I could keep opening and closing my door for my cat, but I promise you, she's just gonna come in and out the door. So you're gonna have to, you might have to hear her. You might see her jump up. I don't know. Look, she's gonna have to be like that. But yeah, Mud 18. That's right, Mud 18. But I remember you was a Roki, or you're a Roki now, and you have Carson, which is ACL. But yeah. I'm telling you guys right now, this is gonna be a good game. What up, Icy? Look, the Steelers are a really good team. Well, they're on a 4-game winning streak. They're on like a 4-game winning streak. I'm going to do it once. I'm going to do it just once. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and we're on a 3. We all know they have AB. Yo, y'all hear the story about AB getting cited for going 100 miles an hour on some road? We had a guy do that. Oh man, what if he got arrested and couldn't? What if he just couldn't play today? What if he got arrested and just couldn't play today? I was thinking that. I was thinking a little bit to myself, man. If AB would have just got arrested and couldn't make bail for some reason, like it was just too late the day or something. I don't know. Oh man, yeah, my cat really is crying. Gonna trade Devontae Adams for Ron Rivera? Jesus, y'all need a coach. Y'all need a front office. Honestly, y'all did pay Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron got the sauce. He could walk. Aaron could walk, bro. Y'all, the Packers are looking. Y'all, I don't know. Yo, Cam really do have the sauciest pregame cleats. Hey, did y'all see David Tepper? Our owner David Tepper. He flexed on Cam. In Cam's postgame presser, he was talking about David Tepper's hat. How he had a fresh hat, but he said it could have cost a little bit more money. He could have bought a more expensive hat. He said, "Look, when you got sauce like that, when you got the bank like that, you should be able to get the best of the best." And that hat wasn't the best of the best. And then David Tepper had a video out in front of his the building that they built for him in front of Carnegie Mellon, and he said, "No, this is real drip. Having a full academic building at one of the best schools in the North in your name. I mean, that's real drip. You can have the fits, but when you have a full building named after you at a pretty prestigious school, hey, Carnegie Mellon's a great school. That's where them nerds go. I have a friend who went to Carnegie Mellon. That dude was smart. That dude was way too smart. I ain't gonna front. But them Rams, yeah, they're not really an issue for me right now. I'm not worried about the Rams because really when we get to the playoffs, we're not playing the Rams first, and we don't play them in the regular season. So I'm not really too concerned with the Rams myself right now, because we won't be the 6th seed, and I don't see us playing the Rams. Also, I don't know who's gonna be the first seed. I don't know who's gonna be 1 seed. I mean, it could be the Saints. If we're not the 1 seed, the Saints might be the one. So we might play the Rams. We might have to play the Rams first game. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, Aaron should walk, bro. Aaron needs to. rating Alexander having a better chance of making the Pro Bowl than Dante. Yeah, well, the thing about Bleacher Report is Bleacher Report they have some really ridiculous takes. They're not like extremely wild takes, but they they always have a pretty standard reasonable take, and then like they have a few stories, and then the rankings they have a few rankings are just like I can maybe see how you maybe thought that, but for the most part that's kind of a weird thing to say. Look, man, we all understand what being a team in Carolina does, man. And if you're a team from North Carolina, I mean the Hornets suck. So actually the Hornets are kind of good now. But Kemba Walker's been a top 10 guard in the league for a while, and he's never gotten shown love. Even in the All Star games, when he makes the All Star team, they're like, "Oh yeah, Kemba Walker, hey, he's kind of nice. He's all right, I guess." They're like, no one really talks about Kemba Walker. Same thing for the Panthers, bro. When we go to the playoffs 4 out of 5 years, 15-1, 6-10, then 11-5, and now we're 6-2, 5-2, 6-2. Am I tripping? 6-2. And we understand what comes with being a team in Carolina, and how even though there's like people in the sports media who have the opportunity to rate us properly, everyone still calls us underrated. Like they're not the ones making the ratings. Like people, I watched something on ESPN, and someone was like, "Yeah, those Panthers are underrated." And like there's like 3 panelists were like, "Yo, yeah, them Panthers, they're an underrated team, but they're really good. People aren't really giving them the respect they deserve." And then one of the guys was like, we're on a national TV show with the power to actually rank them where they should be, but we're all calling them underrated. So I mean, it's one of those things. People understand that they're not rating us properly, but they still won't do it. And when you're a player on a team like that, unless you're like the best in the league at your position, like Luke, then you're not gonna get the love you deserve. Big facts. Here's the final injury report. I'm on the Steelers site just because when I Googled it, it was the very first link. I could have scrolled down to the Panthers link, but it doesn't matter to me. Whether I'm looking at it on the Steelers page or the Panthers page, doesn't really matter. All they have out for today is Marcus Gilbert and Dan McCullers. Really, Dan McCullers isn't really a big issue for me, but Marcus Gilbert is kind of not a big deal, but the guy who's replacing him, this is his first week having actual like full first team practices. So we'll definitely be able to see what he's going to bring to the table. I think they're putting him his replacement is playing at guard today and then moving over someone else from tackle. Let me see. I don't want to read this whole article to you guys. But them not having this guy, Marcus Gilbert, out there could be a really good matchup to exploit for our D-line, or I guess our pass rush in general. I mean, do y'all know that Mario Addison has 7.5 sacks on the season? Bro, Mario Addison has 7.5 sacks in the season, but the Steelers have a guy, you guys probably know who TJ Watt is. You guys know who TJ Watt is. He has 7 sacks in the season as well. So this is going to be like I said in the video, man, it's going to be a really good test for the offensive and defensive lines. Both of us have studs, and I mean like legitimate studs on our D line. And I guess our defensive ends, really, our edge rushers. And everyone else is playing about, maybe 2.5. Some have 3 sacks, but playing about medium level, average level for the D-line over 8 games. Getting 2 sacks, 2.5 sacks is all right. But both of us have, like, basically leading studs. So I really want to see how our tackles play and how we block. How we block and how we rush against the edge. Oh yeah, they have a lot more injuries, but this is just the out. It's just out. They have the guys who are questionable. I mean, Big Ben, right? They have a lot more guys here, but I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried about questionable, that kind of stuff, because questionable doesn't really mean anything. But for the Panthers, look, Marquise Haynes. They finally spoke of Marquise Haynes after a while. I was actually kind of worried because we haven't been talking about Marquise Haynes at all. And he's only played in 1 game. And he didn't really even get that many snaps in that game. But apparently he's just not playing that good. It says illness here, but honestly, if you don't even get dressed out, it's not like he's like out. He doesn't even get dressed for the games. And he hasn't been sick all year. So I don't think he's been doing all that good. Obviously, we know that Matt Khalil's coming back. That don't really matter. That's inconsequential. He can be back. He can be forward. He can be left. He can be right. As long as he's not in the field, he can be whatever he wants to be. But none of these really. I mean, all the people who are questionable. I got a notification on my phone from the Panthers app about an hour ago saying Ryan Khalil is gonna play. David Mayo, Eric Reed, all these guys will be playing. Torrey Smith and Marquise Haynes being out is what it is. Honestly, we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay. 704 all day. Yeah, they do sleep on Mario. He had double-digit sacks last year, too. Yeah, his name is D-Roy. I see you, Ty. 8-8 repping. The Panther boys are getting ready to do some work. You right. Besides the Saints games, yeah, I agree. We play the Bucks again. We play the Seahawks. We play the Browns. Seahawks, Bucks, Browns, Falcons, 2 Saints. That's all 6 games, right? Yeah, this is week 10. We have 9 more. Wait. We've played 8 games. This is our 9th game. What's our last game? After this game, we have Bucks, Browns, 2 Saints, Falcons, Seahawks, Lions. All right, Lions. All right, cool. So yeah, those are all very winnable games. Very winnable games. The real test will be at least splitting with the Saints. I don't want to get crazy and say we're gonna sweep the Saints this year. Look, y'all can call them. I don't know what you're gonna say. But look, I'm 100%. I'm 100% cool if we just split with the Saints this year. That's a good thing for us, and we could really end this season 13-3. But I think we'll end up 12-4. I think 12-4 is probably the most realistic prediction right now. We may drop one. I don't know to who. I mean, the Seahawks aren't looking good at all. Maybe the Lions? Didn't the Lions just trade away all their assets? The Browns looked good early, and they're still like kind of tight in games, but they're not what I thought they were going to be. They're not close to what I thought they were going to be. Their defense is good. Their D is good. No, you know what I thought? No, I thought that they'd be nice. I said they would win 6 games when they still had Josh Gordon. That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I thought. Look, can't happen now. Lions, we play the Lions pretty competitively every year. Our Lions games are always pretty close. But yeah, they trade away everyone, I thought. And they have a lot of injuries too. I think 12-4 will happen though. I think it'll be 12-4. Yeah, Saints won't sweep us, but I think it'll be kind of crazy to say that we sweep them. What are the odds? Hold on, I want to see the odds for this game. They're 7-point favorites. That's in the open. Actually, they're only 3.5-point favorites. I don't know if y'all know how betting lines work, but basically, for when you're betting against teams, there's 2 lines. There's the spread. No, there's the line, which is you have to predict how many total points are going to be scored. So for most of these books, they're saying that it's going to be 51 points. So basically, between the 2 teams, there's going to be 51 points scored in the game. And they're taking the under, which means that most of these books think that there will be less than 51 points scored in this game total. Then there's the spread, which is underneath that, and it's there's the minus. So basically, the home team always gets a -3 to start off. They start off with a -3 because of the home field advantage is worth a field goal. So we have to go from there. And honestly, them only being a 3.5-point favorite really works out for us because that makes it's a toss-up game. That means that even Vegas thinks that it's an even matchup because they're only getting a half-point more advantage with the on top of the home field advantage. So I mean, that's not a bad spread. It's not a bad spread at all. And 51 is probably, let's see, first. What game is that? Oh wait. Tampa Bay and Washington. So it's around the top of this week. Actually, it's the second highest scoring game prediction for this week. And the top scoring is going to be the Bengals and the Saints, which is obvious. I mean, the Saints score a lot of points, and the Bengals can score points. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be a high scoring game. I agree with that. Heck, our Saints games are always close. The first one from last year wasn't close, was it? The first, I think we lost by more than 2 scores in the first game last year. But the last 2 were close. I mean, the playoff game was really close. The playoff game came down to the very last snap. And if Mike Adams doesn't pick off Drew Brees on that 4th and long, which put the ball 20 yards farther away than we would have had it if he just let it drop, then we have a different story probably. I mean, if the line could have blocked on that very last play, we have a different story probably. If the refs call that pass interference, when I don't know who it was, but someone hit Devin Funchess, who was already injured in the front corner of the end zone on the right side, it's probably a different story, because that's a pass interference in the end zone, which brings the ball to the 1, and we're probably one of the scariest teams in the red zone. What are these names? We ain't losing at home. O-line allowed 10 sacks in one game or total? Oh yeah, Golden Tate. Isn't he on the Eagles now? Isn't Golden Tate on the Eagles? That's tough. Imagine that, bro. I'm only seeing one more loss in New Orleans. Yeah, but the thing is, we always drop a game to a team we really shouldn't. I'm seeing 4 losses this year. JB on Bryant with Jackson on Thomas with Reed over the top. New England style? What does New England style mean? Bryant. Oh, you mean the Saints game? I was like, what are these? I was like, what are these names? Like, wait, I'm not trying to think. Like, who on the Steelers is Bryant, and who on the Steelers is Jackson? I'm like, who are these names you're talking about? Look. Wait, you want Dante Jackson on Michael Thomas? Look, I really respect what he's been doing this year, but he hasn't gone against a number 1 threat yet. It's gonna be Bradbury on Jackson or on Michael Thomas. Hold up, yeah. First off, it's gonna be James Bradbury on Michael Thomas. Let's get that straight right now. Dez Bryant is the 3rd, maybe 4th option for the Saints. Dez Bryant is not an X receiver. Dez Bryant is not even close to being the first option. It's Michael Thomas, it's Alvin Kamara, and there's even it's not their tight end. They have another guy who could be their 3rd option, but at best, Dez Bryant is gonna be their 3rd option. That's his best scenario no. We're not gonna have James Bradbury. James Bradbury on Dez Bryant is what the Saints want. That's what the Saints want, bro. Yeah, the Saints really need us to put Bradbury on Dez Bryant. that would be a dream come true for them. What's my thoughts on that? Not a big deal. My thumbnail didn't change. Oh well, not a big deal, honestly. I mean, they're not having him. They didn't bring him on to be a huge difference maker. They need him to step up and make a few plays here and there. If Dez Bryant can make a few plays here and there, then it's cool. Like they're not bringing him on to like force him the ball, give him like 8 to 10 targets a game, try to get him, maybe a bunch of touchdowns or whatever. He was the best receiver available, and I think they have 2 receivers on IR. I know Ted Ginn is on IR. Do they have another guy? I think they have another receiver on IR other than Ted Ginn. So yeah, they need another guy, and Dez Bryant was the best available. So I don't really see it being a huge signing. He's not going to have a huge impact on that team that's already... I mean, how much better will Dez Bryant make them? I mean, how much better can the Saints get? That's the real question. How much better can the Saints honestly get? Well, they're going to start scoring 60 points a game? Is Drew Brees going to start throwing for 800 yards a game? I mean, they don't need Dez Bryant. The Saints could probably, only lose one more game this whole season without Dez Bryant. I'm going to be 100% honest. Without Dez Bryant, they'll be straight. Jackson on Juju, yeah. It's gonna be Dante on Juju. We're gonna have Bradbury on AB. Munderland would guard Dez. Munderland ain't guarding nobody. I'll tell you that. I hope. I mean, look, I think Dez is washed, and I think Captain Munderland's washed. So that could be a match made in whatever heaven they go into after this season. If we retain Captain Munderland, I don't know what his contract looking like, but if we retain Captain Munderland, that's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. It's Meredith. Oh, Cam Meredith. Yeah, Cam Meredith. Cam Meredith. Dez is in his prime and never had a quarterback like Breeze. Bro, Dez lost a step and he knows 2 routes. Dez Bryant only knows how to run a slant and a fade. That's Dez. Dez doesn't have any kind of route tree. He has a better quarterback. Wait, never had a quarterback like Breeze. I mean, what other quarterback is there like Breeze? There's only 2 other quarterbacks even in Breeze's class, so it's kind of hard to say that. And he and Tony Romo had some really good years. Let's not forget the 2013 to 2014 season. I think it was 2013 season that Dez had. Dez has had some really good years. Dez has had some really good years. Let's not pretend that all of a sudden he never had a quarterback, and that the offense wasn't all about him for at least 3 years. I mean, didn't he have like the 3rd most targets and the 2nd most drops in the league last year? I think he had a 50% drop rate last year. But I mean, Dez is not in his prime. First of all, Dez isn't in his prime. If he was in his prime, he'd have had a job before now. And I mean, he's there. He's not there to put the Saints over the top. He's there to make a few plays here and there, and catch defenses sleeping. In my opinion. But yeah, I want to know what y'all's score prediction is for this game. That's what I want to know. What y'all's score prediction is. Because I really do think that this is going to be a high-scoring game. And it's probably going to come down to the last, 5 minutes. It may not be you win on within a minute. Like, there's a last drive scoring kind of thing. It may end up being one team is up 5 or something. And, you have to either score with, 4 or 5 minutes left. Or if you turn it over, then, the other team can just run the clock out. Or, you don't have timeouts left, something like that. I don't see it being a down to the wire, last drive. Can you drive the ball in? I think it's going to be a game that's probably decided in the last 4 or 5 minutes. A blowout? I saw some kind of wild. I saw some someone said it was going to be 42-7 in one of the comments. I was like, I don't know. It's kind of hard. I mean, it's one thing to be a Panthers fan. I'm a fan of the team. But then I see, I don't, look, I know I called that loss against the Bucks, but the score prediction was pretty close. I just had it kind of flipped. But if you think it's going to be a blowout versus the Steelers, that's a tough one. But I think we have the team. I think we have the team, and we have the game plan. Our play calling is great. And I think our defense is coming around right now to the point where it's actually looking like we can become the team to beat in the NFC. What game will I watch Sunday? What's the game to watch Sunday? NFL analyst Steve Jones predicted the blowout. Imagine me listening to an NFL analyst. I'm pretty sure, look, preseason, did Steve Jones have us above 3rd in the NFC South? Did this Steve Jones guy have us going to the playoffs? I can guarantee you that whoever, I don't even know who Steve Jones is, honestly, but I can guarantee you Steve Jones had no faith in us even any more than a week ago. If I cared enough, I'd probably look up what his articles were, if he ever spoke on the Panthers, and see if he even had any faith in us over a week ago. So I'm not really all that concerned with what an NFL analyst has to say about the Panthers, because what do I think they're gonna start pretending to care about the Panthers now? I don't know. Greg Jennings, that is calling a Panthers blowout. Greg Jennings, for real? Greg be having some wild. Wait, I thought Greg said. I thought I saw a. There's a segment on some TV show. I'm not sure if it was on Undisputed. I'm not sure where he was, but I thought I saw Greg Jennings say that he didn't like the Panthers. I thought he said he isn't a believer in the Panthers, and he thought that we're not consistent enough to win games. He may have called this blowout, but I think it might have been 2 weeks ago. But I feel like I did see Greg Jennings say he does not believe in Cam. He doesn't believe in the team. You miss Sean McDermott? It's kind of nice. Oh, he's on NFL Network? I don't know, maybe actually. NFL Network has they do a much better job of vetting their opinions. I do remember there was a guy who was a Bears fan analyst for NFL Network, who called the Bears going 15-1 this season. After they got Khalil Mack, the dude said they're going 15-1, and their only loss will be against the Dolphins. I have a screenshot of that. I have a picture of that. I don't know where it is right now, but that was hilarious. We get ball first. As game's on. Oh, yes, right. You're right. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. I'm gonna do a halftime show, but for right now, I'm gonna watch this game. I do hate getting the ball first, though. In Madden and in real NFL, I hate getting the ball first. I like to defer. So like if we're doing well, we can go back to back on score at halftime, score out of the half. But I like seeing our defense first. I like seeing how the defense looks first more than the offense. But all right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. And like I said, we'll be back at halftime and we can talk about this game. All right, y'all.